The secret to strength, energy, and longevity in nuts. Imagine yourself in the ancient world. There are no pharmacies, sports nutrition, vitamin supplements, or advertised superfoods. But there is one product that people take with them on long hikes, store for months, and consider a true gift of nature. This product is nuts. Today we will embark on a journey spanning thousands of years and discover why the small kernels inside a hard shell have become a symbol of strength, energy, and longevity. The beginning of the story. More than 10,000 years ago, hunters and gatherers noticed something interesting. Some foods spoiled quickly, others were too heavy to carry. But nuts remained fresh for weeks and even months. When cold weather arrived or a hunt failed, they were the key to survival. A person could eat a handful of nuts and receive a huge amount of energy. Unlike berries or herbs, which were quickly digested, nuts provided a long-lasting feeling of satiety. Even then, people didn't know the words -1 to 3, antioxidants, or magnesium, but they saw the results with their own eyes. Those who regularly ate nuts were often stronger, more resilient, and suffered from hunger less often. The secret hidden in the shell. At first glance, a nut seems like a simple product, but if we could peer inside with the eyes of a biochemist, we would see a true natural laboratory. Each nut contains healthy fat, protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, plant protective substances. Nature created the nut as an energy reserve for the future tree. In fact, it is a concentrated set of everything necessary for the beginning of a new life. That's why nuts are so nutritious. Why nuts give energy? Many people think that energy comes only from sugar, but sugar is like the flash of a match. It ignites quickly and runs out quickly. Nuts work differently. They contain a large amount of fat, which the body uses as long-lasting fuel. After eating nuts, energy levels rise more gradually and are retained for much longer. That's why travelers, sailors, and warriors have carried them on their journeys for centuries. A handful of nuts could sustain a person where other food was scarce. The history of sailors. During the Age of Discovery, ships would sail for many months. Food spoiled quickly. Fresh vegetables were the first to disappear. Meat often became inedible, but nuts lasted. Sailors valued them for more than just their taste. They noticed that eating nuts made it easier to endure hard work on deck. Of course, no one understood the reason back then. Today we know that magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats help the body function more efficiently even under intense stress. Nuts and the brain. There's an interesting coincidence. Walnuts resemble the human brain in appearance. Because of this, many ancient peoples considered them the food of wise men. While appearances don't prove anything, modern research has indeed found a link between nut consumption and brain function. Nuts contain omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin E, polyphenols, magnesium. All of these substances are involved in maintaining normal nervous system function. Therefore, it's not surprising that many scientists call nuts one of the best foods for brain health. Nuts and the heart. Now imagine your heart. Every day, it beats about 100,000 times. No days off, no vacations, no holidays. For decades, for such a mechanism to function for a long time, it needs the right nutrients. Many types of nuts contain unsaturated fats. They help maintain normal cholesterol levels and vascular health. It's no coincidence that residents of some long-lived regions regularly eat nuts. The secret of longevity. There are several places in the world that researchers call longevity zones. There, an unusually high number of people live to 90 and even 100 years. Despite the differences in cultures and traditions, many of them share a common habit. They eat nuts regularly. Not by the kilo, not as exotic supplements, but simply as part of a regular diet. A handful a day, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but always, it's consistency that proves more important than record-breaking doses. Almonds, the nut of endurance. Almonds have been considered a traveler's food for centuries. They are rich in vitamin E and magnesium. Many athletes love them for their combination of protein and healthy fats. Almonds help keep you feeling full longer and provide the body with valuable nutrients. It's no wonder, then, that their popularity has remained undiminished for thousands of years. Walnuts, the omega-3 champion. If there were a nut competition, walnuts would be a top contender. They are particularly rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. These substances play an important role in heart, blood vessel, and brain health. It's no wonder that many experts recommend, including walnuts, in your diet several times a week. Hazelnuts, the hidden hero. Hazelnuts often remain in the shadow of their more popular counterparts. However, it does contain large amounts of vitamin E, copper, and manganese. These are valuable elements for the body, helping to protect cells from damage. And it is the accumulation of damage that is considered one of the causes of aging. Brazil nuts and the longevity mineral. There is one nut that has become famous for its selenium content. This is the Brazil nut. Selenium is essential for the functioning of many enzymes and the body's antioxidant systems. Interestingly, it is found in such abundance that usually just 1 or 2 nuts a day is enough. More is not always better. Sometimes moderation is the wisest choice. Why nuts don't make people immortal? It would be great if there were one magic food. Eat a nut and live to be 120 years old. But the reality is more complex. Longevity depends on many factors: nutrition, sleep, physical activity, genetics, stress levels, environment. Nuts aren't magic, but they can become one of those healthy habits that will benefit your health for years. The main secret. After all this, a question arises. What's the real secret to the strength, energy, and longevity of nuts? The answer is surprisingly simple. Nuts don't possess a single miracle substance. Their power lies in the combination of dozens of beneficial components that work together. Proteins help the body recover. Fats provide energy. Minerals participate in hundreds of biochemical reactions. Antioxidants help protect cells. Each component is beneficial on its own, but together they create a product that humanity has valued for thousands of years. The next time you pick up an ordinary nut, remember that you're not just eating a snack. This is the food that accompanied Stone Age hunters, sailors on great expeditions, traders on ancient caravans, and long-lived inhabitants of regions. This tiny shell conceals a story thousands of years long, a story of survival, a story of strength, a story of energy, and perhaps one of the most ancient secrets of human longevity.